Oh yeah, there we go. I guess I can leave that on there then. This is the piece. It has a very interesting look to it. I didn't double check, but I'm pretty sure it only comes in one set, that being the Lego Ninjago Tiger Widow Island that I got it from. It's possible it may have came in other sets too, but not to my knowledge. But again, I didn't check on this one. Um, it has these 4 bits that sort of protrude outward, and well, it is a system piece. So there's a lot of stud connections on it. There's even a few Technic connections in the middle, but like the size of it, the shape of it, it's very unusual, and it can be kind of tricky to use this in a mock, which is why I wanted to use it as the base for this mock. So I was sort of, it's been a while since I built this, but I think I built it with this piece in mind. Very unique piece. I'll just go ahead and rebuild the mock. Whoop. So that's number 20, it looks like. On to number 19, which is this little thing. This is I don't think this counts as a CCVS headpiece because it's not really CCVS. It's got more Technic connections to it. It's like, you can see that there's a face in this. I did a bit of research and found that this piece came in like one Lego Viking set, like a Lego Castle set, and like, well, it came in like 5 sets total. Um, I haven't used this in a mock yet. It has, as I said, some Technic connections points. An average red Technic rod would actually make up the eye here, which I think is interesting, and has some spots on the bottom that are rod connections where you could attach some teeth. Yeah, I haven't used it in a mock yet, and I think it's interesting. I got it in like a random parts grab I got online, that similar case with a few of the other later entries on this list. But yeah, this is number 20. Wait, no, 19. This is number 19. And in number 18 is another piece I got from a random parts pull, which I had to do a bit of research on. It is this strange thing. When I first saw this, I thought, oh yeah, it has some space where I can put my finger and maybe do like a slider mechanism. But from research, it doesn't seem like this actually appeared in any set builds. This is the last piece on the list that hasn't been used in any set builds, to my knowledge. It does have 2 Technic connections, Technic pin connections in it. So you're asking, if this wasn't used in a set, what is this used for? I think it was used to just hold rubber bands. Like, it has 2 different sizes, so you can hold 2 different sizes of rubber bands on this in-between space. So my guess is that it's possible this was used to hold rubber bands in sets before they started coming in those little boxes. That's my guess. And yeah, even though I see some potential in this, I haven't used it in a mock yet. So yeah, kind of strange piece. And that's number 18. Moving on to number 17, we have the first tie in the rankings, because everything that applies to one of these pieces also applies to the other, and that is these. These are weapon arms from Lego Hero Factory. They're each just one piece. They're quite hollow on the back and only have one Technic axle connection. So they're really only useful when building CCVS because of like the hand design in there. And because of how hollow they are, I know many people would prefer to just build their own weapon designs out of other pieces. So, so yeah, somewhat niche. They have their use. Uh, Only come in one set each. This one's from Stringer. This one's from Bulk 1.0. Yeah, these are number 17 on the list. And number 16 is something I'm not going to take out of the set. It's something from this Lego Technic orrery. Be careful there. Um, it is this little piece right here. It's the same length as like your average blue, like 3-stud long uh, blue pin, except it doesn't have any divots on it. It only connects to this side and this side. It wouldn't like separate out anything really. Um, and as you can see, it's the main function in this set is to add support to this large arm. And again, I hadn't gotten this in any sets previously, and I was surprised to find that this actually comes in quite a lot of sets. You can see it actually has like a rod connection at the end or something. I haven't tested that to see if that actually works, but it looks like a rod connection. I guess most Technic pins have a rod connection in them anyway, but yeah, it's a pretty interesting piece. This light gray piece right in here, making up number 16. And now number 15, we have this. And this is a similar case to one of the previous entries on the list, is that it's a CCBS piece that only came out in one set. That was Nitroblast, Hero Factory Villain. It's a very similar design to another piece that I probably should have brought with me to demonstrate, but I didn't. But it's actually less useful because of the size of it. It has like a open ball joint here instead of a closed one that would be used for like a knee or elbow joint, which is a more common variant, like a more common piece. But I think this piece has some potential if you want to do like a character with spindly limbs, or to use for like a tail or something. But tails, you can use smaller pieces, and spindly limbs, I don't know. Uh, it's not the most useful piece, clearly evidenced by it not being in a mock right now. But it's an interesting piece, and it only comes with one set, so yeah, to my knowledge. So that's number 15. Number 14 is a piece from the pop-up party bus that I have. It is this front windscreen piece. I can go ahead and I could go ahead and take it out, I think, of its little build here. Oh right, it's not. Here you go. It has a few studs on the top, like a few anti-studs in the bottom, and a few Technic connections. It's quite a large windscreen piece. I do think it could have quite a few uses to it, but I've kept it in the set it's come with, so I personally haven't used any mocks with it. It only came with 2 sets. This set, it has came in this purple color, and this came in a plain trans clear in the Lego Star Wars Slave 1 set. Getting mocks and sets confused now. In general, the size of a piece can either be a pro or a con, depending on the nature of the piece. But I think it's a quite interesting and potentially useful piece. Let's go ahead and put its build back together now. And yeah, maybe I could have included this smaller windscreen piece in this list too, but I didn't do any research on this windscreen piece, but I do only have one of this windscreen piece variation as well. I'll just go ahead and put this windscreen back on. And that's number 14, I think.